it's me, Simone, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to make your own alcohol inks, so stay tuned. When I found out that you can make your own alcohol inks, I was very excited and I just couldn't wait to get started and get the supplies. When I looked it up, if you like Google it right now, and if you Google it to find this video, you see a lot of people using the Sharpie method when they get the Sharpies or any kind of permanent marker pen, and they take the little felt thing out of it and put it in alcohol and whatever. The process is a cool process and everything, but that's not the process I'm showing you. I'm just gonna mention it because I actually have done it and I compared it with the process I'm doing. But it's a messy process, I'm not gonna lie. I had to use gloves. I had to switch out gloves every once in a while because after a while they would start to transfer. The ink on my gloves would transfer into other things every time I got alcohol on my gloves, and it was very messy, tiresome project. And like, this project was done a while back, but I literally, my thumb was pink from one of the markers I had. Let's just say it was not a fun process at all. I hated it so much. But there are some cool results with it. I'll talk about that later. But that's a process you can use. When I used it, I used these Sharpies, the ultra fine point ones, because that's the only ones I really have a lot of. And actually, to be honest, it's easier to get the inside out than it is to get the inside of this one out. Like literally, I just put thing on here, put my I don't have pliers. I have these really huge. These are fabric scissors from the Dollar Tree, but they can cut through metal and stuff. So I literally just put it here and pull, and it comes right off. But I'm not doing that now. So it was a cool process, but that's one process you can do. But that's not what I'm doing. I was looking up, I'm like, you know what, I wonder if you can use this. So I wanted to experiment it, but I saw a video because I didn't want to go this messy route of doing this. So I saw someone using food coloring. I was going to do that method too, but I didn't do that method because, one, food coloring comes in very small containers, and I don't want to go to like a food store and get it in bulk just to make a lot of paint colors. I was just thinking, even though it's a cheap cost, you know, you don't get so much food coloring in each jar. So no, I'm like, is there another method I can use that give me enough color, but won't cost me a lot of money? And then it hit me, prayer ink. No one else was using this method. The method I'm showing right now, I actually haven't seen what I do for making alcohol inks, but I did see someone do sprays, and I'll link her video below. But she made her own sprays out of prayer ink, and I've done the same thing too because it's just so much better. But I was really shocked when I saw this because I'm telling you, I was blown away. Now this is cheap, like prayer ink. I got this off of eBay from California. It cost me $9 for 4 2-ounce containers, and I'm telling you, I've made a lot of colors. I've even made my own color sprays, and I still have more than half. I think the only one that's down close to half of the bottle is gone is my yellow, and of course not black because you don't use like black. It's not that kind of color you use all the time. But all the rest of my colors, I have so much of this left to use. I might have to go back and buy some more yellow, but that's pretty much it. So I've done a good bit of things with this, and I still have a lot left, and that's only 2 ounces right here. So, but yes, I use prayer ink, and I'm going to tell you and show you the pigment and everything, and I'm going to go over pricing wise, all that stuff, so you can see if it's something you want to do. But you just need printer ink and your alcohol. I use 70%. You can use whatever you want to. I have 50% here too. Whatever you want. This is just cheaper. This is from Dollar General. It was like $2. No, I think it was $1.50. Really reasonable price. And so I got that down. I saw people using and making the inks. The only problem I had was nobody was using the bottles. When I got this project, I wanted to get the bottles that the Adirondack Ink Company uses, but I couldn't find that. I was like, hey, I want that bottle. And yes, I found it. I found some on eBay and other places, but the only problem I had was they were like, for one bottle was like a couple cents. I think it was like 60 cents. But I want to make more than like, you know, 3 colors, so after a while the price is going to get really expensive. I was like, no, I can't do that. So I ended up finding a seller on the site called Banggood.com, and it's like eBay or AliExpress. It's a site that sells from out of state over like Chinese companies and warehouses, and they were selling, they're called eardrop bottles, I'm telling you, I was super excited. So there was some eardrop bottles. This is what it looks like. And it comes with the caps and I can find it. And the nibs. But the only thing I want to mention about this is there's a huge difference between this and the, I'm huge, but yes. So this is a 10 milliliter bottle. Yes. Right. Yeah. This is 10 milliliters right here. And the Adirondack inks are 15 milliliters, which is about half of an ounce. Half a fluid ounce. So it's okay. 5 milliliters is not that much difference. Here's the actual eardropper bottle I actually have. And this is 15 milliliters. And you can see the big difference of like, it's a big difference actually. And I was actually really shocked to see the difference. Because I didn't have, because when I don't know what 15 milliliters actually is, since I'm from the US and I don't really measure anything in, milliliters. So, but I was really shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a humongous difference. It's a big difference, but I was okay with it because I'm like, you know what, I was fine. But what I got, I'll talk about how much I got and why I was fine with getting 10 milliliters instead of 15. But you can go on different sites where they actually do have 15 and 30 milliliter eardropper bottles that you can use if you want to do that route. So I was happy, super content. And this process is really easy and very simple. So I'm actually going to show you. I'm going to make a couple colors. I don't know what colors I want to make though, because I do have a lot of colors I've already made. So I really don't know what color I want to make, to be honest with you guys. I guess you can try to make like something with I mix like the cyan and the black together, and I'm going to show you. So what I use to get my inks is I do use these droppers. I think you can see that. Because trying to pour this in here is really messy process, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to, a lot of noise is going to happen right now because I'm going to try to find something and I have something to do. Okay, let's see if we can do this real quick. And if you hear the doorbell ring, please ignore it. It's my mom having people come over. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, so let's do this right here. I'm going to just I'll make one color and just show you because I'm going to kind of move this video along. So I'll pour the alcohol in here. And this is one reason why I don't try to pour the color in, because you don't need that much color, to be honest with you. That's the big reason why I don't. I'm like, how much color? You need a couple drops of color from here and you'll be fine, especially for this tiny bottle anyways. So I got that down. Great. And before I knock this alcohol over, let me close it up. You can use, I don't know, I don't really know how the percentage would really do. I don't know what would do better if you did that, but you can, get a higher percentage. It's just going to cost you more, because I think 97% or 99%, I don't remember, it was like almost $3. I was like, that's too much money. So I'll get some blue in here. I don't know what color I'm trying to make, guys. I cannot tell you. I'm just like experimenting. It just makes a beautiful blue, I think. Okay. And we'll just get some black in here. I'm going to do a couple drops. Go. This black is super pigmented. Like in this process, I've already got my hands stained. Look at that. Okay, blue here. I did wear gloves for this process when I was making it. When I was making it, but I just don't think it's important. So I just did my ink. That's real simple. See, that's all I have to do. And I hope I'm in frame, but that's literally all it is. I just got the color out of here, dropped it in with the alcohol, boom, you're done. So what I'm going to do is actually, you can test the color out. Sometimes I test the color out. To see how it will come out. So I'm going to just test it out real quick over here and see how it looks. I think I'm going to add more black to it, because I don't want to make another color that's exactly the same and then have like the same colors over here, so I like some more black. And I have like so much black to just spare, so it doesn't really bother me too much. Let me clean that up a little bit. Okay. And get my droppers here and mix the color together. And oh, that's so much better. Okay. Alright. I know you're like, Simone, we don't see anything. I'm purposely doing that because I'm doing it on. Man. So besides that, I think I did. There's another difference between the bottles too. Is the dropper isn't as long as the Adirondack Inks droppers. So it's a big difference too, but I like it. It's fine. It drops ink. So let me go on top of this. This color I made. It's like that color right there. It's the color I made. And if you're wondering, yes, this is all my ink I made. This is not all the ink, but this is all the ink I made. Do you see how pretty that is? Can you see it? How the glare isn't bothering me. So I did buy cheap like photo paper to do this because they recommend you use non-porous paper when you are working with alcohol. We work with alcohol inks. So here is some of the ink I have done and put on test trials for you guys. This is just on photo paper from the Dollar Tree. Because I mean, come on guys, why go out and buy expensive watercolor? I mean, photo paper if you're just gonna have fun with it and make these cute things. So the biggest issue I had, and on top of this, and kind of compare, I didn't have much of an issue with my printer inks. And you can see that's what they are right here. That's my printer ink, printer ink, printer ink, printer ink, printer ink, printer ink. But when it came to my Sharpie inks, when I mixed them and made them a lighter color or whatever, they would sometimes start to separate. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of a, I don't know if I'm in the frame, I can't tell you. There's a little bit the outline of the colors that the two colors I mixed together separating. And sometimes it's really faint, but other times, like in this green, it's just very noticeable and annoying. So some colors, that's something I did notice that happens when I put them on the photo paper. Sometimes they want to separate a little bit, but I didn't have that issue with my printer inks. This one's so used to being put on photo paper. I don't know. And then here's, I'll show you before, this is more of my printer inks. This Sharpie inks, because I did do both of them just to see what happens. This is a plastic, sit back in my chair. This is a plastic gem. And if you can see, it's a little bit greenish. I used the Sharpie ink to dye this, and it worked fine. It dyed it a nice color. And it originally looks like this. I'm making sure it's not anyone I dyed. Can I be crap? Alright, I found it. Hey! Ha! Found it! So it originally looks like this. And you see it's a pretty good, a big difference. Not just using the Sharpie ink. So it does stain non-porous surfaces like this plastic gem and stuff. I think it's because, you know, Sharpie's right on pretty much anything. So I think that the property of that really comes into the alcohol ink. But when it comes to printer ink, they don't stain plastic. I don't think you can tell, but this is like a very, 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 very light shade of pink. It doesn't stain that well. I don't know. I guess it's not porous. I don't really know. But the print ink does not stain this. So if you're looking for something that's gonna like tint your metal and tint your plastic, things like that, you might want to have to use either the Sharpie ink, because I feel like that would do a better job, or just go out and buy the ink if you want to. Yeah, so that's a little thing, but it does work on printer paper and everything else. It doesn't really shade that well. It just kind of sits on there. For me, I don't really care that it doesn't stain plastic or metal because I do have alcohol-based markers. So for me, this is just more for just putting it, doing things like this and this. Just like fun techniques that I'm not going to waste my marker on. And I don't have any refills, so I'm just going to use that and make alcohol ink. This is my personal preference. I just thought it was a cool idea to have some fun with that and do some cool techniques on that. And I'm going to try some more mediums and show you and tell you like what you really can do with them. So I'm actually going to stop the camera right now. I'm going to get the price sheet and I'm going to go over how much this costs versus the Adirondack inks and give you that pricing, and you can see if you want to do this or not. So I'll be right back, guys. One way, hey, back to again another day, hey. One way, back to again another day, hey. Back to another day. I'm going to price this out for you guys. I'm going to try to do this with all my DIYs so you just know how much it costs, so you don't, think, okay, I'm going to do this and then it costs too much. This is for my method, so if you want to do the Sharpie method or something else, you want to have to look that up for yourself. But I can give you the pricing off of for me. Alright, for my printer ink, for all 4 of these colors here, so beautiful colors here, what? It cost me $8.99, I just rounded $9. This is in US currency too. For a bottle of alcohol, it cost me $1. For the droppers, it cost me $5.59. I round that to $5.60. And then for these droppers, which is optional, will cost me $1.70. Now, look, if you get the ink bottles that come with like a pouring tip, you can just take that out. But mine didn't come with that. And those ones were more expensive, so I shouldn't have done this one. So my total cost me $17.30. $17.30, guys. $17.30. So $17.30 is how much it cost me to make. To how much it cost me to get all these supplies. So I'm gonna tell you how many bottles I got. I don't know if you can see outside, but here's some of the other colors I've made. That $5.59 got me 50 bottles. Okay, 50 10 milliliter bottles of eardroppers. The cool thing about these bottles is they do come with a sealer on it, so if you wanted to, like, I don't know, sell these, I doubt you could, but I mean, if you wanted to sell these, I don't know, you could. That's interesting. You think they're brand new. So for each bottle, I'm dividing my price, it costs me 35 cents to make each bottle. 35 cents, guys. I did round it up. It was 34. So just for this, all these colors. So that 50 colors. I can make 50 colors for 35 cents, which I think is great, because even on the greatest sale in the world, you could not get Adirondack inks for that price unless you're buying them used for somebody else. Alright, so for one bottle of Adirondack ink, it is retail price value is $5. You can get on sale. While I was looking at the price, I saw some sales. Joann was selling it for $2.99. You can get it at what price you want to. If you wanted to get 50 colors at retail value, it will cost you $250 just to get 50 colors. I think they have 60 colors out there. So 50 colors will cost you $250. And it costs me $17.30. Now, there are some things you can't do that you can do with other ones. You know, of course, those things do stay in metal and plastic. So if you want to do that, you know, I can't make a metallic color. So if you wanted to make a metallic color or you want a metallic color, you have to go and buy those. But just like putting them on photo paper, I'm gonna see what they can do on glass, because I did stain some plastic that I had. So I'm gonna see if they can work on glass and plastic. I'll get back to you guys on that. But for just plain on photo paper and stuff, I think it's really cool. I think it's fun. And I think I saved a lot of money just doing this way. And I don't, as I said before, I don't need them for metal and plastic. I got stuff for that. But if you need that for, if you need alcohol inks for that, maybe this is not something you want to do. But I think it's fun. I like the inks. And there's some cool things you can do with them. And the color is really nice. So, I hope you guys like the video. Hope you guys try it if you wanted to try it with some alcohol inks with some cool pigment and stuff. You know, tell me, link below like what method you're gonna do. You might want to do this method or another method. I don't know. So what I'm gonna do after this is I'm gonna try to label these colors and give them all names. I'm excited. I gave my Twinkle and H2O names, so I'm gonna give these names. That's a cool thing about making your own colors. You can name them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a big thumbs up if you liked it. I'll see you guys later. Much love. Bye.